If you're looking for an awesome product at a great price, be sure to check out the link in the description. Thailand's shaky ceasefire agreement with Cambodia, reached after 5 days of intense border clashes that claimed 38 lives and displaced hundreds of thousands, hangs in the balance. Just hours after the Malaysian brokered deal, hailed as a vital first step towards de-escalation by Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim and lauded by UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, who urged both nations to uphold the agreement. The Thai military accused Cambodia of violating the terms, alleging attacks on Thai territory. These claims were vehemently denied by Cambodia's defense ministry. This stark contradiction casts a long shadow over the fragile peace, prompting a swift response from Thailand's acting Prime Minister, Phumtham Wechayachai, who sought to reassure the public, asserting that the situation remains calm despite the conflicting reports. The conflicting narratives, however, underscore the deep mistrust between the two nations and raise serious questions about the long-term viability of the agreement. The intense border dispute, fueled by a bitter historical feud, has drawn significant international attention, particularly from U.S. President Donald Trump, who, prior to the ceasefire, warned of paused trade negotiations and the looming threat of a 36% U.S. tariff on Thai and Cambodian goods, slated to take effect August 1. Trump, however, subsequently declared himself the president of peace following the agreement announcement, a claim met with a mix of skepticism and relief. The pressure on both governments is immense, with Thailand facing both international trade implications and domestic criticism for its handling of the border issue. A heated exchange between a reporter and Prime Minister Wechayachai highlighted this domestic pressure, questioning the government's commitment to a strong stance amidst the looming tariff threat. Meanwhile, a meeting between Thai and Cambodian military commanders along the disputed border took place, though details remain scarce. Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet, in a Facebook post, reported an easing of tensions on the front line following the midnight ceasefire. Despite the official ceasefire announcement, the Thai government urged evacuees to remain in temporary shelters until further notice, reflecting a lingering uncertainty felt across affected communities. A journalist in Samarang, Cambodia, 20 kilometers from the border, described a noticeable lull in the sound of blasts after midnight, lending some credence to the ceasefire's early success. The ceasefire agreement, brokered by Malaysia as the current chair of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, included officials from the U.S. and China and established a cross-border committee to address lingering tensions, scheduled to convene in Cambodia on August 4. The hundreds of thousands displaced by the conflict anxiously await the implementation of the agreement, hoping for a return to normalcy and the rebuilding of trust between the two nations. The coming days will be crucial in determining whether this ceasefire represents a genuine path towards lasting peace or merely a temporary reprieve in a protracted and deeply complex conflict. The situation remains fluid, with the promise of peace juxtaposed against the undeniable tension and uncertainty that persists along the Thai-Cambodian border. The international community watches with bated breath, hoping for a sustained and lasting resolution to this volatile situation, one that prioritizes the safety and well-being of the affected populations and fosters lasting cooperation between Thailand and Cambodia. The weight of history, coupled with the immediate pressures of international trade and national security, creates a delicate balance poised precariously between hope and apprehension. The path forward remains unclear, and the world waits to see if the tentative ceasefire can truly hold, paving the way for a more stable and prosperous future for both nations. The ongoing situation continues to demand close monitoring and calls for continued